Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wendy and today I'm going to be creating a forest green and brown look. I don't know why, but lately I've just been really feeling that forest green for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, so I actually already got started with my eyebrows. I did it off camera. So now we can move on to the eyes. I'm not going to talk through this part just because I feel like it's faster for me to just get it done. But I will be showing you the items that I'm using. I do have a few palettes that I'm going to be choosing shades from. So the first one is Glam Metals. And I got this palette through BoxyCharm. So I'm looking at this shade right here as a green, and then Rock On. These are just options. It doesn't necessarily mean that I am going to be using these palettes. It's just I have a variety because I don't know what kind of green I can come up with. The next palette that I'm going to be choosing shades from is the BH Cosmetics Shan XO, the Remix palette. And for this specific palette, I'm going to be choosing more like the base colors, so the browns. So I'm looking at this shade, and this shade. And then this shade and this shade. So this specific palette actually has two sides. The next palette is also from BH Cosmetics, Glam Reflection Gilded Palette. So I'm looking at these two shades. This one and this one. So those are just browns that I'm looking at using. The next palette is also from BH Cosmetics. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was going to be all BH Cosmetics. But it is the Studio Pro Dual Effect Wet and Dry eyeshadow. And for this specific palette, I'm actually looking at the green. I'm actually looking at this shade, but I'm not sure yet. The next one is also a BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm trying to use this green right here. Depending on the shades of greens, I might have to mix a few of them. And the last palette that I have that I'm considering to use is this E.L.F palette. Is Tantalizing Taupe. For this specific palette from E.L.F, I'm just focusing on the browns. Again, it's nothing but browns anyways. So those are my options. Again, I don't know where this is going to take me in regards to what palette I am going to be using, but those are the options. I have yet found a forest green that I'm like amazed by. So I'm going to start off by getting a shade from the Shan XO palette. I'm going to be using my Sigma E40 brush. I know the colors look really harsh right now, but I still need to blend them all. I'm gonna use this Sigma E35 blending brush. And I'm just gonna use this brush to blend in all these colors and remove all that harshness. Now that I've finished blending those shades, I'm going to move on to topping the forest green. And I'm actually going to be going between two palettes. I am going to be going between the BH Cosmetics 6 shade palette and the BH Cosmetics Dual Effect Wet and Dry eyeshadow palette. For this specific type of foil shadow, I personally like to use synthetic brushes. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Vegan Collection. This is the V18 shading brush. Moving on to the next eye. You know what the sad thing is about this? Is that I'm not going anywhere after. It's actually 8 p.m. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. Just gonna hang out with my dog. Netflix and chill. Now that I have applied the green onto my eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and blend the shades together. I'm going to be using this blending E25 brush from Sigma. And I'm just going to blend those edges. I'm actually going to go in with this brown shade. I'm going to use that brown shade on my crease to blend. Going back with the E40 brush, I'm going to go ahead and just last minute blending. Kind of feel like that green washed out when I was blending. . I'm going to go ahead and reapply a little bit of that green because I feel like some of it washed out when I was blending. So again, with my synthetic brush, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that color. I'm actually gonna mix both palettes. So we are completely done with the eyeshadow portion of this look. I am now going to move on to my eyelashes. I personally like to curl my lashes before applying falsies. So when I curl my eyelashes with my curler, I like to start off at the base of my eyelashes and then move to the middle and then to the tip. That way it doesn't look like a straight angle. When you curl your lashes, it actually looks very curvy. And you can't tell that you actually curled your lashes. So that's how I personally like to do my eyelashes. Moving on to mascara, I'm using the Tarteist. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Cosmetia Lashes for Days, and these are the wispies. And I actually got these at Marshall's for $7.99 a while back. Not a while back, like probably a month ago. For lash glue, I'm going to be using the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, and this is a clear one. This is like my favorite lash glue to use. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it just does the job, and it's very inexpensive. I let my lash glue dry. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my face. I actually need to clean up all this fallout, so I actually need to get a baby wipe. Boop, boop, boop. For primer, I'm gonna be using the E.L.F. Poreless Primer. Again, this primer reminds me of Vaporub. This primer makes my skin feel so damn smooth. It's just, it feels good and it smells good. I like the smell of Vaporub. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation, and this is in the shade 220 Natural Beige. And of course, I like to use a flat foundation brush to apply my foundation. Lately, I've been breaking out a lot. My hormones are all over the place right now, so breakouts have been really bad for me lately. But I got antibiotics and that seems like it's working. I don't want to say it dries out my acne, but it definitely, I don't know what it does, but like if it's swollen and red, it's not swollen and red by the next morning. And I have to apply it twice a day, and then I have to wash my face. It's the Cetaphil face wash, and then I use the Cetaphil moisturizer with SPF 15. I'm gonna blend everything in with my Maybelline Beauty Sponge. This foundation is so full coverage. I love it. especially right now with all this acne that I have. So next I'm gonna move on to contouring my face. I normally just contour my cheeks, my jawline, my forehead, and the bottom of my lip. And I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free Foundation Stick. This is in the shade 355 Coconut. And that's pretty much it. Okie dokie. We're gonna move on to concealer, and I'm actually using two different concealers. I'm using the Age Rewind and the Wet n Wild concealer corrector. This is the Photo Focus one, Age Rewind, and I have Light Pale and the Age Rewind, and then I have Light Medium Beige and the Wet n Wild one. So I'm actually going to mix both of them. And I like to put the concealer right underneath my eyes. The bridge of my nose. My forehead. My chin and my Cupid's bow. And I'm just going to mix in the Wet n Wild one too. So today I am actually recording really late because this morning I did a torch run for fun, and it was at 10 in the morning and we didn't finish until almost 11:30. I ran 5.3 miles. I am not an athlete runner. I don't run for fun. So this was by far my first, well, it was my first run ever in regards to like doing runs or like marathons or things in that sense just for fun. This was my first one and I was dead by the end of it. I was so tired. I got blisters on my foot. Like my shoes started betraying me and it gave me blisters. I was so disappointed. I took off my shoes. I didn't even care the fact that I was wearing socks. I didn't have other shoes or sandals or anything to put on right after the run. Like I'm saying like right after the minute that we stopped and got to our destination, I just kicked off my shoes. But it was fun. It was a good experience. I got to hold a torch. It was a torch run for law enforcement, and I got to hold a torch when we hit to our police department, and it was fun. It was a good experience. I've never done such things, so definitely it's something that I will be considering to continue to do. Maybe I'll get into running. I don't know. I have really short legs, you know, so I feel like I need to take like all these extra steps to get the same pace as another person, which I know I shouldn't be comparing myself to other people, but I have short legs. So I was saying the reason why I'm recording so late is because I had to take a nap. I was dead. I was so tired by the time I got home that I showered and crashed out. And the only reason why I woke up was because something fell from my laundry area. My detergent fell off the shelf, so that completely scared me. I'm home alone right now for the rest of this week, so I was so scared, and my dog just looked at me like, what the heck was that? So I had to check out. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about my lashes. I'm going to go ahead and put this lash. It's not completely dry, but it's getting there. I just want to give you a hard time. That's okay. There's always a time and place, but not today, please. It's already late. I'm actually I'm not even sleepy. Believe it or not. This one looks super flipped for some reason. I don't know if it's because of how it's made. Now that I remembered about the eyelashes and having to put another layer of glue because it dried up, we can move on to the next part, which is setting my makeup, my concealer, my contour, and the foundation. And as always, I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in light medium 20. I'm going to be using a BH Cosmetics brush. This is the 133. This is the brush that I always use. Okay, moving on to bronzers, one of my favorite things besides highlight. Highlight's like my number one. I'm gonna be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. This is their original one. I'm just gonna go lightly. I'm not gonna go too ham on this. And as always, I like to really blend my bronzer so it doesn't look too harsh. So I'm grabbing this Real Techniques multitask brush, and this is a clean brush, and I'm just gonna blend everything. Moving on to blush, I'm gonna be using my Sigma F50 brush. And I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Blush in the shade Vintage Rogue. So last but not least, we are going to move on to highlight. And again, I'm sorry about this. I swear this video is not sponsored or anything like that. I bought everything with my own money. But I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight 6-color palette. This is what it looks like. And I like to use the shades Vivid and Radiance. So I'm going to be using these two. I'm going to be blending them in. And I'm going to use a Beige Cosmetics fan brush. This is from their vegan collection. I'm going to be blending in Radiance and Vivid. And I hadn't been using it for a while. I just got into these other ones that kind of put this one in the back burner. But it's amazing. Love it. Oh, I know what it is. I actually am going to put a little bit of highlight on my brow bone, and I'm going to use Dream, this shade right here. I'm going to put this on the top of my vanity so I can continue to use it because I love it. Last but not least is setting spray. I'm using the Natural Finish setting spray by Wet n Wild. Alrighty, so the last part, I know I said highlight was the last part or the setting spray, but the last part is the lips. I am actually gonna go very basic. I didn't want to go with a color or anything like that, so I'm just gonna use this E.L.F. Cosmetics lip lacquer in the shade Clear. For some reason, I've been really into lip glosses. I've been digging them lately. I feel like it's less maintenance. Okay everyone, so this is the final look. I know I said I wanted to do something kind of with foresty green and brown, and this is what I came up with. I actually like it. I don't know. Would I wear this on an everyday or to work? Definitely not, because it's a little too dramatic for me, especially with my line of work. Anyways, but this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I double checked that my mic was working, so it should work. If not, we're gonna have to make this into a voiceover. But this is the final look. Hope you guys enjoyed watching my video. I am trying to post at least once a week. I record, but it takes me a really long time to edit everything, just because I'm not the quickest editor and I'm still learning all these techniques. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had fun creating it. It's actually kind of late, so this is gonna come off the minute that I turn that camera off, but I like it. I like it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to get notifications whenever I upload. And then last but not least, give me some thumbs up. I like doing these guns for some reason. Okay, anyways, thank you for watching, and I see you in my next one. Bye. Deuces.